The year has just begun, and already the world of entertainment has been shaken by one man, Yaman. Known not only for his devastating good looks and undeniable talent but also for his magnetic presence, Ken has once again proven why he remains one of the most talked about celebrities in Europe and beyond. Fans expected surprises from him in 2025, but no one could have predicted the magnitude of the bombshell he was about to drop. This isn't just another celebrity headline. It's a revelation that has left millions stunned, creating shockwaves across Turkey, Italy, Spain, Germany, and even further abroad. Yaman has managed to start the year with a moment so dramatic, so unexpected, that it has already been labeled the first true entertainment earthquake of 2025. But what exactly happened? What is the truth behind this shocking development? And how will it change the trajectory of Ken's career, and possibly his personal life, for years to come? To understand the impact of this bombshell, we need to go back a little. Over the past few years, Yaman has been more than just an actor. He has become a cultural icon. His performances in Erkenci Kus and Viola Come Il Mare turned him into an international star. His charity work, his business ventures, and his carefully crafted image all solidified his reputation as someone who was more than a TV heartthrob. But at the same time, controversy and speculation followed him everywhere. From rumors about his relationships, especially with Demet Özdemir, to whispers of professional rivalries and international deals, Ken always remained at the center of attention. 2025, however, was supposed to be a fresh start. A new year, a new chapter. Fans were expecting announcements of film projects, perhaps even a Hollywood debut. But instead, what they got was a revelation that no one saw coming. At the very beginning of the year, Ken made a move that shocked even his closest followers. Reports first broke out in the Italian press. Headlines screamed, "Yaman's secret is out." Social media exploded with speculation. Was it about a new romance? A hidden project? A dramatic fallout? Within hours, the hashtag #KenYaman bombshell was trending worldwide. Instagram and Twitter were flooded with theories. Some fans believed it was about a secret engagement. Others speculated it had to do with his family. And then there were those who whispered about something much deeper, a story from his past that he had never publicly addressed. The truth, when it finally came out, was even more dramatic than the rumors. Ken himself decided to break the silence. In a late-night post that immediately went viral, he revealed the details of something he had kept hidden for years. It was not just about his career, not just about his relationships, it was about his identity, his struggles, and the choices that had shaped him into the man he is today. The confession was raw and emotional. Ken admitted that the pressures of fame had pushed him to the edge more than once. He spoke about sleepless nights, about moments of doubt, about sacrifices that the world had never seen. For the first time, fans realized that behind the confident, charismatic figure was a man who had endured battles that no tabloid ever captured. And while some of those battles were private, others had connections to the very relationships that fans have followed with obsession. One of the most shocking parts of his revelation was his acknowledgement of the past with Demet Özdemir. Without naming her directly, Ken spoke of a love that had been both a blessing and a curse. He described it as something unforgettable, something that shaped him deeply, but also something that carried a weight so heavy it nearly crushed him. Fans immediately connected the dots. It was the first time he had ever admitted, in his own words, that their relationship had been more than just rumors. But that wasn't all. The bombshell also involved his career. Ken revealed that he had turned down major Hollywood projects in the past, not because he wasn't interested, but because he wasn't ready emotionally. He confessed that the image of perfection he had to maintain in front of cameras had taken a toll, and he feared that if he jumped into a big international production at the wrong time, he would lose himself completely. Instead, he chose to rebuild quietly, to work on projects in Europe, to stay closer to home. This revelation stunned his followers. The idea that Yaman, who seemed unstoppable, had quietly battled doubts and fears made him more human, and, for many, more beloved. Yet, the most emotional part of his confession was about the future. Ken hinted that 2025 would be the year of truth for him. No more secrets, no more hiding behind carefully staged interviews. He promised that every step he takes from now on would be honest and raw. He teased a new project, something deeply personal, that he said would surprise even those who think they know everything about me. Instantly, speculation began again. Was it a book? A film inspired by his own life? A tell-all documentary? No one knows yet, but the anticipation is overwhelming. The reaction from fans was immediate and explosive. Thousands flooded social media with messages of support. "We stand with you, Ken," wrote one fan. "Thank you for being honest with us," said another. Across platforms, hashtags like #WeLoveYouCen and #Bombshell2025 trended globally. Even those who weren't longtime fans admitted they were moved by his honesty. The press, of course, had a field day. Magazines dissected every word of his revelation. Analysts predicted that his career, far from being harmed, would reach even greater heights. After all, vulnerability sells. In an age when authenticity is valued more than perfection, Yaman had just reinvented himself as the ultimate modern star, not flawless, but real. And what about Demet Özdemir? While she has remained silent so far, insiders say she was just as shocked as the fans. Some claim she knew he would eventually speak, but not in such a direct and emotional way. Whether this revelation will open the door to a new chapter between them or finally close it forever remains to be seen. But one thing is certain, their story is once again at the center of global attention. So, what does this all mean for 2025? It means that Yaman has already won the year. By dropping the first bombshell, he has positioned himself not only as a leading actor but also as one of the most compelling public figures of our time. His honesty has struck a chord. His vulnerability has built trust. And his promise of new surprises ensures that fans will be watching his every move. In the end, this isn't just about a confession. It's about transformation. It's about a man who decided to stop running from his past and start embracing it. It's about a celebrity who refused to be just a product of the spotlight and instead chose to show his scars, his doubts, his humanity. And for fans around the world, that is more powerful than any script, any role, or any staged romance. As 2025 unfolds, one question remains: if this is only the first bombshell of the year, what else is Yaman hiding? And how much more stunned can the world possibly get? One thing is certain, this is just the beginning. What makes this revelation even more impactful is the timing. Just as the new year began, when people everywhere were looking forward to resolutions, changes, and fresh beginnings, Yaman placed himself right at the center of a new narrative. It wasn't a publicity stunt, it wasn't a scripted marketing trick, it was pure vulnerability. That's why the world is paying attention. Celebrities often hide behind facades, but Ken chose to remove the mask, and in doing so, he created one of the most talked about moments of 2025 already. Critics say this bombshell could be the turning point of his entire career. By acknowledging both his struggles and his triumphs, Ken has bridged the gap between star and fan, between fantasy and reality. For years, he was admired as the untouchable perfect man, but now, he is being loved for his imperfections. And that kind of connection doesn't fade, it only grows stronger. So here we are, the year is only beginning, and yet the entertainment industry has already been set on fire by Yaman's honesty. What comes next could eclipse everything that came before. Because if this is how 2025 started, then the rest of the year promises to be unforgettable.